तमाम साथियों को या अली मदद. Thank you for joining us this morning. Let's start with Imam's Mubarak name. Nur Maulana Shah Karimul Seni Hazir Imam, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, Ya Kareem Al Karam, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, Ya Kareem Al Karam, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, Ya Kareem Al Karam, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, Ya Kareem Al Karam. या मौला रहम कर, करम कर, फजल कर मौला. या मौला मदद फरमा, मदद फरमा. या मौला मेहरबान तौफीक, ताहीद, हिम्मत व यारी मौला. तौफीक, ताहीद, हिम्मत व यारी मौला. या मौला मेहरबान मदद फरमा, मदद फरमा. तमाम साथियों को एक बार फिर या अली मदद. आज हम कंटिन्यू करेंगे हमारे फरमान मुबारक बैतुल ख्याल मुलाकात एटलांटा USA, March 17, 2018. I would like to go back and read this one paragraph from the previous week. As we were talking about how great, merciful, loving our Imam is, that he teaches us step by step what to do, how and when. हम एक पैराग्राफ को दोबारा से आज पढ़ने की कोशिश करेंगे क्योंकि ये पैराग्राफ वो पैराग्राफ है जहां पर हम देख सकते हैं कि इमाम कितना मेहरबान है, कितना हमसे मोहब्बत करता है और किस तरह से वो हमें एक माँ की तरह सिखाता है क्या करना है, कब करना है, किस तरह से करना है. मौला फरमाते हैं बैतुल ख्याल इज डिमांडिंग. बैतुल ख्याल हमारा वक्त तलब करता है. And it is demanding because it is important that the Imam should guide you to practice in a way. चूंकि ये डिमांडिंग है, हमारा वक्त तलब करता है, हम पर प्रेशर डालता है, इसलिए जरूरी है कि जमाने का इमाम हमें इस प्रैक्टिस के अंदर किस तरह practice in the way where inshallah each one of you once in your lifetime will be touched by the special light of enlightenment. वो हमें गाइड करता है कि किस तरह क्या करना है ताकि हम तमाम के तमाम कम से कम जिंदगी में एक मर्तबा इस काम में कारे बुजुर्ग के अंदर बैतुल ख्याल के अंदर कामयाब हो जाए और हमें रोशनी नसीब हो. इसके साथ आज हम कंटिन्यू करते हैं. With that, we will continue today. Khanavadan, Khanavadan, Khanavadan. In the past, the bowl was given with a naksh. As we just talked about in the previous paragraph, Imam knows what to give us, when to give us, and how we shall practice. Which ball will require a naksh and which ball will not require a naksh. When naksh is required, period, and when naksh is not required. He knows. पहली लाइंस में ही हमें अपने पिछले पैराग्राफ का जवाब मिलता है कि क्यों जरूरी है कि इमाम ज़मान हमको इसके अंदर हिदायत करें, क्योंकि उसको पता है, वो जानता है कि कब हमको बोल देना है, कब हमको बोल के साथ नक्श देना है और कब खाली हमको नक्श देना है. He knows when, where and how. So in this particular case, Imam says, yes, in the past I have given you bowl and I have given you naksh. But today I have chosen not to give a naksh at this stage. So practice in humility. क्या फरमाते मौला कि माजी में तो मैंने आपको बोल भी और नक्श भी दिया है, लेकिन आज मैं कहता हूं कि इसकी जरूरत नहीं है, नक्श की जरूरत नहीं है, इस मौके पर नक्श की जरूरत नहीं है. आप इस बॉल को लें और उसकी प्रैक्टिस करें, लेकिन आजीजी के साथ, आजीजी के साथ. Now the next line is very important for us. I think, Mola says, I think of all the things that I would wish to tell you this evening. The most important is humility. Is humility. क्या फरमाते बोला कि सारी चीजें जो मैं सोच सकता हूं तुमको सिखाने, तुमको बताने के लिए, उसमें से एक चीज जो सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी है, और वो क्या है? आजिजी. मौला दोहराते हैं, आजिजी. What is most important? All the things he could have taught us and tell us. He said, there is one thing that I can tell you which is most important, and that is humility. Humility. You cannot be successful if there is a sense of greed or a sense that because I am sitting, I must receive my enlightenment. Otherwise, something is wrong. Humility. No greed and no demand. आजीजी के साथ बैठे हैं, लालच के साथ भी नहीं, और ये सोचकर भी नहीं कि चूंकि मैं बैठा हूं मुझे नूर मिलना ही चाहिए. Sit with humility, not greed nor demand. You cannot say because I'm sitting, I must have enlightenment. I must receive nur. I must see and have didar. So no demanding and no greed, just ajizi, humility. ना तो लालच, ना ही जोर, खाली आजीजी के साथ बैठे. As I have told you, just sitting is a blessing. Just sitting. So be happy when you sit, recite the bowl to yourself, but do not worry. Do not fear failure. This is one matter in which there is no failure. There is no failure. So keep that in mind. जब आप बैठे और वो बैठना ही आपके लिए बरकत का बाइस होगा और वो खुशी का बाइस बनेगा। आप खुशी से बैठें, आजीजी से बैठें, बोल को अपने अंदर पढ़ें और याद रखें कि इसके अंदर कोई भी नाकामी जैसी बात नहीं है कि मैं नाकाम हो गया, मैं नाकाम हो जाऊंगा, ये नाकामी है, ऐसी कोई चीज नहीं है। There is no such thing that I have failed, I will fail, I may fail. There is no such thing because sitting itself is success. Sitting itself is a blessing. Sitting itself is a part of the happiness. So when you sit, sit happily. This part, I believe we must have heard 10 questions throughout the year. How do we sit with happiness? What does it mean, sit with happiness? Do we have a happiness on our face? ये सवाल बार बार इस साल के अंदर आया है कि क्या मतलब है कि मैं खुशी के साथ बैठूं? क्या मेरे चेहरे पर खुशी होनी चाहिए? क्या मेरे दांत नजर आना चाहिए? क्या मतलब है मैं खुशी के साथ बैठूं? My brother, my sisters, my friends online, and those who will listen to it, this recording tomorrow and in future, ibadat cannot be done with burden. Don't sit in ibadat thinking that ibadat is a burden. When you sit, if you wish to sit with your free will, with happiness. Be happy that Mola have given you the bowl and opportunity to sit in ibadat. Be happy about that. That not only you have a time, Imam have given you the bowl, he has given you the opportunity, the health, so you may sit in ibadat. What is the example of that? How many times you or people around you have said this? Think about this, and then you will know if you are sitting with happiness or you are sitting with burden. Oh, I need to sleep early. Otherwise, I will not be able to wake up for ibadat. Oh, I'm so tired because I have to wake up for ibadat. Oh, I'm so tired because I have wake up early for the ibadat. Be happy that Imam has given you the opportunity. The 24-hour you have time to do what you need to do. And this is the only few minutes out of 24 hours that you are sitting in ibadat with your own free will, with your happiness, with your free will. आपको कैसा पता चले कि हम खुशी के साथ बैठ रहे हैं, खुशी के साथ उठ रहे हैं, या हम बर्डन के साथ, जोर जबरदस्ती? किस तरह से हमको पता चले? आप याद करें, आपने या आपके करीब करीब लोगों ने कितनी मर्तबा इस बात को बताया, मुझे जल्दी करनी है, मुझे जल्दी सोना है, मुझे सुबह के लिए इबादत करनी है, मुझे सुबह को इबादत में उठना है, मेरे को जल्दी सोना है, मैं बहुत थक जाती हूँ, मुझे इबादत करना है, मैं बहुत थक जाता हूँ, मुझे काम पर जाना होता है, चूंकि मैं इबादत के लिए उठता हूँ, मैं बहुत थक जाता हूँ. That sounds like a burden. इमाम हैज गिवन, हमको इमाम ने 24 घंटे दिए हैं दूसरे काम करने के लिए, आराम करने के लिए. जब हम इबादत का सोचें तो वो खुशी के साथ होना चाहिए, हमारी फ्री विल के साथ होना चाहिए, जबरदस्ती से नहीं होना चाहिए. That's how you sit in ibadat happily. You should have mindset that does not matter what happens, doesn't matter what time I sleep. Of course, you do want to sleep in timely manner, but even if you can't and you don't, then ibadat cannot be the burden. Just like anything else, ibadat needs to be part of your life, your daily life. That's how you do it, with discipline, happily. Have that happiness that you have the bowl and opportunity to do ibadat. आप ये काम खुशी खुशी से करें कि मौला ने आपको बोल भी दिया है और मौका भी दिया है. Alright, I believe we have put this question to rest once forever. मुझे उम्मीद है कि ये सवाल का मुकम्मल जवाब आज हमने आराम से समझ लिया है. So Mola says, this is one matter in which there is no failure. There is no failure. So keep this in mind. Sit in peace. Set aside worldly matters. Concentrate on the bowl. You see, step by step guidance. आप देख रहे हैं ना, मोला बच्चों की तरह हमको एक एक स्टेप सिखाते हैं. There is no failure. Sit in peace. Set aside worldly matters. Concentrate on bowl. You see, step by step, just like this. Make sure that you're sitting happily. Sitting in ibadat is a blessing. And when you sit, keep this in mind, there is no failure. Set aside worldly matter. Concentrate on the bowl. Now Mullah says, and I pray, my prayers are with you, with my Jamaat, all the time, that you be successful also in bowl. Khanavadan, Khanavadan, Khanavadan. I wanted to draw your attention. I know sometimes we read things, we don't pay attention. I would like you to look at my screen and look at what I'm highlighting. Mullah says, I pray for you, pray for the Jamaat all the time. And the word I need you to pay attention is the word also. That you may be successful also. Just like people before you, just like people around you, just like our peers and dais, you may be successful also. If you are successful, you will not be the first one. There are people before you and there are people around you who have been successful. So Mullah said, I pray for you that you may also be successful in the bowl. आप इस पर तवज्जो दें, इस लाइन पर। मौला पहले हमें तरतीब वार सिखाते हैं कि क्या करना है, फिर फरमाते हैं कि मैं आपके लिए दुआ करता हूं कि मेरी जमात और मेरी दुआ आपके साथ हमेशा हो, और आप भी उसी तरह से कामयाब हो जाएं जिस तरह से आपसे पहले लोग हुए थे। आपके साथ जो लोग आज बैठे हुए हैं वो सक्सेसफुल हैं, जिस तरह से हमारे पीर और दाई सक्सेसफुल थे, आप भी उसके अंदर सक्सेसफुल हो जाएं। और अगर आप इसमें कामयाब होते हैं तो आप पहले आदमी नहीं हो गए। आपके दरमियान में बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो ऑलरेडी पहले से ही कामयाब हैं, और आपसे पहले भी बहुत सारे लोग थे जो कामयाब थे। खाना वदान, खाना वदान, खाना वदान। Practice in humility. Mullah is repeating again. आजीजी के साथ ये काम करना। If you practice in greed, you close the door. You close the door. अगर आप लालच के साथ काम करेंगे तो ये कामयाबी का दरवाजा जिसके लिए मौला ने दुआ फरमाई है वो बंद हो जाएगा। No greed and no demand. Just sit with humility, otherwise the door for which Imam wish and pray for will close. And we do not want that. So sit in humility, sit in peace, and inshallah you will all be successful. I truly pay attention to these words of the Imam. You all know in English grammar, when do you use word will? Not maybe, you shall be. No, you will be. When do you use that word? That's a definite tense, that you will be successful. Pay attention to those words. Just like we found that also in the previous paragraph. Here Mola says, you will all be successful. That's a definite tense. There is no maybe about it. Inshallah. Why do we say that with confidence? Because Imam's wish, will, prayers are with us. That is the reason we will be successful in this ibadat. आप अगर इंग्लिश के अंदर एक अल्फाज के ऊपर तवज्जो दें, यहाँ पर अल्फाज यूज हुआ है विल का। इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज के अंदर विल उस वक्त यूज होता है जब किसी बात को मजबूत करना होता है। अदरवाइज मे बी का वर्ड यूज होता है, शायद। शल का वर्ड यूज होता है, हो सकता है। लेकिन जब विल का वर्ड यूज होता है वो डेफिनेट होता है कि जरूर तुम उसमें कामयाब होगे। क्यों हम कहते हैं जरूर कामयाब होगे? क्योंकि ये इमाम की दुआ है, इमाम की ख्वाहिश है, इमाम की चाहत है हमारे तरफ। इसलिए हम कहते हैं कि आप अगर जब फरमान को पढ़ें तो इस तरह से फरमान के अंदर मौला ने जो अल्फाजों को इस्तेमाल किया है उसको यूं ना पढ़ें, एक एक करके समझ समझ कर चबा चबा कर पढ़ें। So when you read the Farman, Don't read like newspaper. Take your time. Pay attention to the words. Some particular words, hints that Imam has put in. And I love when I'm reading this Farman, how Imam have used the words, how Imam has chosen some particular words to give us hint. What is Imam's wish and will and prayer for us? Inshallah, you will all be successful. And as I have said to you, if you are touched by this unique light, keep it to yourself individually. Again, which is the key word here? If I would have to challenge you, unique is the key word. Because Noor is one, but your experience of this Noor, of this light, will be very unique to you. Because there is so many different ways you will be touched by this light, by this Noor. And that will be very unique to you. You see that? Those are the words I wish and I would like you to pay attention to. Because then if you share that with somebody, they will not understand. Because their experience was unique to them. And your experience is very customized and unique to you. यहाँ पर एक और अल्फाज पर तवज्जो देने की जरूरत है और वो अल्फाज है मुनफरीद. उर्दू में मुनफरीद, यूनिक. कि आपको जो नूर का तजर्बा होगा वो बड़ा मुनफरीद होगा. नूर तो एक ही है, तो फिर क्या मतलब है कि ये बहुत ही यूनिक, बहुत ही मुनफरीद होगा? क्योंकि नूर आने और देने का जो तरीका है, जो इसका तजर्बा है, वो बड़ा मुनफरीद होता है. हर एक के साथ अलग अलग तरीके से वो नूर उनको मिलता है. इसीलिए मौलाना ने फरमाया कि आप उसको शेयर ना करें, क्योंकि अगर आप शेयर करेंगे तो वो नहीं समझ पाएंगे, क्योंकि उनका तजर्बा जो होगा वो उनके लिए कस्टमाइज, मुनफरीद होगा, यूनिक होगा. एंड फॉर यू it will be customized and unique. So keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself individually. It is yours and it cannot be shared. It cannot be taken. It is given and you cannot tell when it will be given. But inshallah, it will always be given to you at least once during your lifetime. Very important words in this Farman. What did Mullah Baba says? It is yours and it cannot be shared. It is yours and it cannot be shared. Cannot be taken. You cannot just grab it. It will be given to you. And you cannot tell when it will be given to you. But inshallah, it will always be. Amazing word Imam has used. Look at this word. Always be. Always be given to you at least once during your lifetime. Do you see those words? We are identifying those words which can teach you, tell you, give you the confidence. So you may know that there is no failure. Imam is teaching you using those words to give you that confidence. آپ دیکھ رہے ہیں کہ آج کے فرمان میں ہم نے کیا کیا؟ ہم نے ان الفاظوں کو آئیڈینٹیفائی کیا، دکھایا۔ اب یہاں پر مولا کیا فرماتے ہیں کہ یہ وہ چیز ہے جو آپ شیئر نہیں کر سکتے ہیں، نہ ہی آپ اس کو لے سکتے ہیں، بلکہ یہ آپ کو دینے میں آئیں گی، آپ کو دینے میں آئیں گی۔ ایسا نہیں ہے کہ شاید دینے میں آئیں گی، نہیں، آپ کی زندگی میں کم از کم ایک مرتبہ ہمیشہ یہ ہوگا، ہوگا اور ہوگا۔ یہی وجہ تھی کہ یہ فرمان کو پڑھتے پڑھتے آج ہمیں 3 ہفتے نکل گئے، ایک فرمان کو پڑھتے پڑھتے 3 ہفتے نکل گئے، کیونکہ یہ وہ فرمان تھا جس کے اندر ہم نے چاہا کہ آپ کو وہ چیزیں دکھانے میں آئے تاکہ جب آپ اس کو پڑھیں اپنے طور پر تو آپ ان الفاظوں کو ایک یلو پین لے کر ہائی لائٹ کریں، اس کو انڈر لائن کریں، اس پر توجہ دیں۔ اور یہ یہاں پر مولا نے کیا فرمایا؟ نہ صرف ہمیشہ یہ ہوتا ہے، آپ کو بھی یہ تجربہ ہوگا، اور ضرور ہوگا، اور ضرور آپ کی زندگی ہی میں ہوگا، کم از کم ایک مرتبہ ضرور ہوگا آپ کے ساتھ۔ یہ تاکہ آپ کو مولا کانفیڈنس دے سکے کہ آپ ایسا نہیں سمجھنا کہ آپ فیل ہو جائیں گے یا فیل ہو گئے ہیں، نہیں، آپ فیل ہوئے بھی نہیں ہیں، فیل ہوگے بھی نہیں، بلکہ کامیاب کامیاب اور کامیاب ہوگے۔ ورڈ ہے آلویز، ہمیشہ کامیاب ہوگے۔ آپ دیکھ رہے ہیں کہ کیوں، why it took us 3 weeks to finish this one فرمان، because the purpose was to show you the detail each one of those words, so you may, when you read, highlight those words and build confidence. Confidence. Now when you sit in ibadat, sit with happiness, sit with confidence. There is no failure. There is no failure, my brother, my sister, my friends. There is no failure. People around you have been successful, and you will be too. Let's try to finish this farman. Khanavadan, Khanavadan, Khanavadan. I hope you will all be successful, and I give you a special blessing for that. Khanavadan, Khanavadan, Khanavadan. Imam again and again blessing you, wishing you, and praying for you and for your success, as we can see in this 2 line. Imam says, Khanavadan, Khanavadan, Khanavadan. I hope you will all be successful, and I give you a special blessing for that. Khanavadan, Khanavadan, Khanavadan. مولا بار بار ہمیں کھاناودان کے ساتھ دعا شیش کے ساتھ نواز رہے ہیں تاکہ ہم اس میں کامیاب ہو جائیں۔ آئے ہم اس فرمان کو پورا کرتے ہیں یہاں پر۔ The most important thing is practice in humility, practice in humility. the very fact of practicing is itself a blessing, though so that itself should bring you spiritual happiness, spiritual enlightenment, strength in spiritual mus- strength in Sirat al Mustaqim, Khanavadan, Khanavadan, Khanavadan. The most important thing is practice in humility. आखिर में मौला फरमाते हैं एक बार दोबारा कि याद रखें कि सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी जो चीज है इबादत के अंदर वो आपकी आजीजी है। सो आप आजीजी के साथ इबादत करें और याद रखें कि जब आप इबादत में बैठते हैं तो वही आपके लिए बरकत का बाइस बनेगी। खाली इबादत में बैठना ही बरकत है। Just sitting in the ibadat itself is a blessing. Now only thing you have to do, as you promised Imam when you went for a bowl, to wake up, sit in humility, sit in peace, and remember your bowl. And that itself is a blessing. That will bring you spiritual happiness. ये आपके लिए बरकत और आपके लिए रूहानी खुशी का बायस बनेगा एंड स्पिरिचुअल एनलाइटमेंट, और ये आपकी तरक्की का बायस बनेगा एंड स्ट्रेंथ इन सिरात अल मुस्तकीम, और सिरात अल मुस्तकीम पर आपके लिए एक स्ट्रेंथ, एक आपके लिए अंदर एक जज्बा और हिम्मत का बायस बनेगा। खानावदान, खानावदान, खानावदान। Please recite the Holy Salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. Inshallah, next week we will start with a new Farman from the Houston, Texas, USA. Inshallah. Now, if you have any question, any comments, anything you like me to repeat, कोई चीज रह गई हो जो उर्दू में समझानी है तो प्लीज आप पूछ लें और यहाँ पर हम रोकते हैं जी।
Yes, sir, Subhanallah, sir, Subhanallah. So very well explained. The Farman's it is a key thing is humility in this Farman. I think Azimar used 5-6 times the word humility in the Subhanallah.
Subhanallah, Subhanallah, Subhanallah.
Friends, please share your questions in the chat, or you can use the hand raise feature later on to ask a question. Sir, we have one question in the chat. Do we get Noor in only Bandagi, or we can get the experience any moment of the day?
Very good question, but it will need some explanation. I would wanted to say, because Imam is always with you and always present, then this can happen anytime, anywhere. But at the same time, I wanted to emphasize on this. The first light, first enlightenment, first didar is in ibadat. You understand both sides of it? आप समझ गए दोनों तरफ से? क्योंकि सवाल बहुत अच्छा है कि हाँ ये मुमकिन है क्योंकि इमाम आपके साथ हमेशा और हर वक्त है, तो फिर ये कभी भी हो सकता है, आपको इमाम कभी भी नवाज सकता है और उसमें कोई शक शुबे की बात नहीं है। लेकिन उसके साथ साथ इस बात को याद रखना चाहिए कि इबादत वो जरिया है वो एवेन्यू है, वो रास्ता है जहां पर पहले नूर की चिंगारी उठती है। इसलिए जरूरी है कि हम इबादत को ना छोड़ें और इबादत का सहारा लें, ताकि जब वो पहला शोला, फर्स्ट लाइट जल उठे तो फिर हर हमेशा आपके साथ रहे, दिन हो या रात हो। So once you have that light, then it will remain with you regardless of day or night. Very good question. Thank you. जी
Alright, so we have second question. I'm trying to understand the question. So, is asking also in zikr and bandagi, do we use bowl or does zikr have a different bowl?
Another good question. I believe we have talked about this and explained this. A mu'min should have many isme azam tasbiyat for the zikr. But for the practice purposes, you, that is just my garib opinion and advice, use your isme azam as much as possible. If your zikr is khafi, silent, individual, personal, use your isme azam. If your zikr is jali, loud, along with others, then use other tasbiyat and isme azam. Do you understand? For practice purposes, you should use as much as possible. But the condition is, if this zikr is zikr khafi, silent, individual and personal. If this zikr is zikr jali, loud, combined along with others, then use other isme azam और तस्बीहात। जी उर्दू में समझाने की जरूरत है तो पूछ लेना।
जी सर, अगर समझा दे तो बेहतर रहेगा। थैंक यू।
जी सवाल ये था कि क्या हम अपने इसमें आजम को दिन के वक्त या दूसरे औकात के अंदर जिक्र और गिरयावजारी के लिए इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं। जवाब था हाँ, कर सकते हैं, लेकिन शराइत के साथ। अगर आपकी गिरयावजारी और तस्बीहात जाती है, खामोश है, तो फिर आप अपना इसमें आजम यूज करेंगे। अगर आपका जिक्र और तस्बीहात जिक्र जली है, यानी कि आप जोर से और दूसरे लोगों के साथ पढ़ रहे हैं, तो फिर आप अपना इसमें आजम इस्तेमाल ना करें, और कोई इसमें आजम इस्तेमाल करें या और कोई तस्बीह इस्तेमाल करें। आपके पास कुछ खजाना होना चाहिए इसमें आजम का और तस्बीहात का। जी थैंक यू कामड़े साहब।
Okay, so we don't have any question in the chat right now. Friends, okay, go ahead, Freya.
जी, याली मदद sir.
याली मदद।
Sir, if you can explain more about when Hazri Ma'am is saying that, it will always be given to you at least once during your lifetime. So जो ये word lifetime है sir, उसको थोड़ा please explain करो, because now we know that one life is our physical life, one life is our, we have also spiritual life. So this lifetime is, Mola is saying about lifetime is during my physical life. Please, sir, explain that.
Yes, absolutely. Good question. That's how we pay attention to the words. Mola wants to give you confidence when you sit in ibadat. That's the key first. He wanted to give you confidence when you sit in ibadat. He's saying during this lifetime, you always, if you do ibadat, you always be touched by this life at least once. Now there are two different meaning now. At least once meaning hopefully multiple times, and you will be touched at least once in this lifetime, so be confident. On other side, this is not going to be issue. This will not be the issue on the other side, because one, this soul and this curtain has been removed, then that is not an issue. The issue is here, and that is this curtain, this body, the limitation that we have today. So Mola is saying, sit with confidence that within this lifetime you will be given this nur, at least one, hopefully more than one. Because once, when do you use one, at least one? There is a chance of multiple times. Otherwise, you don't use that word. English language is very amazing language. And when Imam uses those words, he uses those words very carefully and wisely. By saying at least once, that shows there is a chance that it may happen multiple times within this lifetime. Subhanallah. Very good question. Thank you. That's how we pay attention to the words. G.
Okay, so we have a question in the chat. What do you mean by Isme Azam Khazana?
Yes. This has also been explained multiple times. If you are over the age of 50, 60, Imam must have come and given Isme Azam multiple times in your lifetime so far. How many times did you take advantage of that? Did you go and take the Isme Azam only one time, or did you go and take the Isme Azam multiple times? I hope, and this is just my wish, that you have been wise and have gone multiple times to take the Isme Azam, and you have multiple Isme Azam. But let's say that you did not. For whatever reason, you did not go after having one Isme Azam. No problem. Do you have a Quran? Can you Google online? There are 99 Isme Azam. You only have one. But there are 99 Isme Azam. Take the one you wish, which is easier for you to use. Have a treasure box of Isme Azam. Don't have only one. You only have one from the Imam. That is for your 4 o'clock ibadat. And whenever you wish to use during the daytime. But take advantage of other great Isme Azam as Tasbih, because we said that when the question came, can I use my Isme Azam during Tasbih and Giri Azari other than Ibadat time? Do you understand this? This is very important, because if you don't understand, ask again. I do not want you to misunderstand me. The question was, can we use our Isme Azam during other time while doing Tasbih and Giri Azari? And the answer was that I hope you have multiple Isme Azam to use During other time, ibadat time, Imam has given you the bowl and you use that. If you have never been to the Imam and you have never taken Isme Azam, then remember you should go to Imam to take that Isme Azam, because it is not the word, because word you can find it in the Quran. It is Imam's blessing that comes with the bowl. It is Imam's nur which comes with the bowl. That is the reason you should go to Imam, and you should go to Imam again and again and again. Because it is not word. Word you can find it in Quran. It is the bowl that comes with the blessings, duashish, and the nur, which is only and only given by the Imam Zaman. Does everyone understand this? कोई सवाल रह गया, कोई बात समझ में नहीं आई, पूछ लेना, क्योंकि कंफ्यूजन की जगह नहीं है. जी
Repeat that in Urdu, please.
जी हमारे एक दोस्त ने पूछा कि जब नाचीज ने ये कहा कि आपके पास इसमें आजम का एक खजाना होना चाहिए, तो उसका क्या मतलब है? खजाना कैसा हो सकता है इसमें आजम का? तो इसके मल्टीपल जवाब थे. एक जवाब ये था कि मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप अगर 50-60 साल के हैं तो आप कितनी मर्तबा इमाम के पास गए होगे इसमें आजम लेने के लिए, क्योंकि इमाम तो बार बार पिछले 50-60 सालों में तशरीफ फरमा हुए हैं और इसमें आजम की नवाजिश की है. तो मुझे उम्मीद है कि आपने एक मर्तबा नहीं, 2-4 मर्तबा लिया होगा. तो आपके पास बहुत सारे बोल हो गए, बहुत सारे इसमें आजम हो गए. अगर आपने ऐसा नहीं किया है और खाली एक मर्तबा लिया है तो भी कोई मसला नहीं है, क्योंकि कुरान के अंदर आपको दूसरे इसमें आजम मिल सकते हैं. लेकिन वो इसमें आजम जो इमाम ने आपको दिया है वो खास इसमें आजम है 4 बजे के लिए, और आप उसको इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं दिन के वक्त भी, लेकिन खास करके 4 बजे वो आपका इसमें आजम है. और अगर आपके पास मल्टीपल इसमें आजम है तो आप उसको हर वक्त इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. और अगर नहीं है, एक है खाली, तो आप दूसरे इसमें आजम को कुरान से ले सकते हैं. फर्क क्या है? कुरान से आप खुद एक इसमें आजम लेने और इमाम के इसमें आजम देने में क्या फर्क है? जब इमाम इसमें आजम देते हैं तो वो उसके साथ उसके खाना वदान, उसकी दुआ, उसकी नवाजिश, उसकी रहमत और उसका नूर उसके अंदर डाल कर आपको देते हैं. इस वजह से वो इसमें आजम बहुत ज्यादा पावरफुल होता है. और इसी वजह से हमको बार बार इमाम के पास जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि इसमें आजम तो हम कुरान से भी ले सकते हैं. नहीं, हमें उन दुआओं की जरूरत है, और वो नूर जो उसके अंदर डाल के देते हैं जो अक्सर लोग नहीं समझते हैं, उसकी हमें जरूरत है. इसलिए हमको बार बार जाना चाहिए. मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप अपने लॉजिक और अक्ल से काम लेते हुए जब भी मौका होगा जिंदगी में बार बार जितनी मर्तबा भी इमाम आए कि मैं आपको इसमें आजम दूंगा, आप दौड़ पड़े और मौला से उन दुआओं को, इसमें आजम को और नूर को हासिल कर लें. जी, वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन, थैंक यू.
So connected to the last question, the friend's asking, then what's the point of the new bowl if we are using the old bowl during other times besides Bandagi?
I don't think this question is even valid. What is the point of new bowl? This is not a logical question. This is not a valid question. Nachi just said that It is the dua, nawazish, khanavadan, blessing, the noor that Imam gives to you when you go for the new bowl. The noor, what is it? I don't understand question. This is not a valid question. You are going there to receive the blessings and the noor. That is the point. G.
Okay, so we have the question. Should tasbihat or zikr be from the tasbihat given by Imam or Itrab, or one can choose anything?
Imam hardly ever gives tasbiyat. Imam hardly ever gives tasbiyat. And when he does give tasbiyat, those are normally for an event or a place or a time. आप इस बात को पहले समझ लें. सवाल बहुत अच्छा है, लेकिन समझने के लिए थोड़ा तवज्जो की जरूरत है. Imam hardly ever gives tasbiyat. If you think in your lifetime, in my lifetime, I only remember one time. I only remember one time. Maybe there was two times, and I'm old that Imam have given tasbiyat. Because Imam gives tasbiyat due to an event, something terrible have happened, and it is limited to the time and the place. You see that? That comes to the next. Tariqa board prescribe, they don't give tasbiyat. Tariqa board prescribe, does not give you tasbiyat. Okay? Remember that part. You can have any tasbih that is easy for you, and there are 1, 10, 40, and even more tasbiyat. How many tasbiyat do you remember? You know, if I was you, what I would do, I would sit after this class. Start write down all these tasbiyat you remember. You will be amazed. You will be amazed. Then out of that, pick your favorite tasbih. And remember, there are some tasbiyat only are used for a particular reason. Is not used every day. Is used for a particular reason only. So what are everyday tasbiyat compared to particular tasbiyat for particular events and time? For example, Yali Ya Muhammad is used every day. Yali Yali used every day. Ya La used every day. Some other tasbiyat used every day. What are those other tasbiyat we use once in a while? You know, like Ya Adrikani, Ya Agisini. For example, Al Hayyul Qayyum Ali Allah. Mushkil Asan Yali, Madad Rasan Yali. Another regular tasbih is Salwat. You can use every time, every day, before Ibadat, during the daytime when you wake up. See, there are some tasbihat which are regular everyday tasbihat compared to there are some tasbihat which are particular tasbihat for particular reason, particular time, for mayyat, for majalis, for chandrat, for other things, mushkil asan वगैरह. जी.
Okay, so we have another question. If we do ibadat all the time in our heart and read Farman, but not tasbih or giryazari at all, then it's good?
Kamil साहब, I'm having a hard time understanding the question. क्या मतलब है?
Okay, so I think the friends saying that if we do the ibadat all the time in our heart and also read the Farman, but we're not doing any tasbih or girya azari at all, then is it helpful or is it good?
Uh,
We're not
no,
doing
it's
the
not.
tasbih, just
No, it's not good. It's not good. Let me tell you why. Yes, I agree. You are doing ibadat all the time, or at least you think you are doing ibadat all the time. Meaning, you are telling me you are reciting your Isme Azam all the time. Very good. If that is what you're saying, good. But look at our human nature. What is the human nature? We don't use or eat dal every day. We don't eat biryani every day. We don't eat rice every day. We like variety. Human nature. Look at the weather. Hot, cold, spring, summer, fall. Human, we don't wear same clothes every day. We need variety. Giriyauzari, and I cannot emphasize more than this. Giriyauzari is the key to successful in ibadat. Giriyauzari is the key to be successful in ibadat. Tasbiyat are the wings which will fly you in your ibadat. I hope you are understanding what I'm telling you. Giriyauzari is the key to be successful in ibadat. And tasbiyat are the wings which will fly you in your ibadat. I cannot say more. G.
okay. It's I believe this is a question. To elevate your step, one needs new bowl with his prayers.
G. Yes.
It's, there are no questions in the chat.
I believe there's one hand raised.
Oh, okay, yes, sir. All right. G, Amina Kas, please go ahead.
Amina, go ahead. Do you have a question? Okay, looks like she's not there. Go ahead, Kamini Sahib.
All right, sir. We have another question in the chat. Maulana Hazmam said it will always be given once in your lifetime. So does it mean it will be given mostly when you are dying? Because that's the moment when we are about to be one with him. Also because not many people do bandagi all their lifetime.
I don't know what to say about those who do not do bandagi. I hope and I wish there is no one on this line or no one who will listen to this lecture in future. Ibadat is must if you wish to elevate and have the Nurani Didar. If you do not do ibadat or refuse to elevate your soul, if you refuse to have the Didar of the Imam within this lifetime, what you have done is to yourself, not to anyone else. You have harmed yourself. You have blocked yourself from having the didar. Myself, personally, this is just my belief, opinion, thought. I don't want to wait for tomorrow. I don't want to wait until I die to have a didar. I want the nur and the didar today, not tomorrow. That is a absolutely incorrect thought. That is not a good thought to have. We want to have nur and didar today so we may enjoy our life on this earth with this body, so we may have a peaceful life, so we may have a strength on Sirat al Mustaqim, so we may have fulfill our promise within this lifetime. Do not wait until the end. Do not wait. I don't want it to scare you, but I must say, if you think that because you are born Ismaili but have never done ibadat, and just because you are born Ismaili and die, you're going to have the nur, you're going to have the didar, I will encourage you to rethink on that. I would encourage you highly to rethink on that. Gee, I do not want to scare you, but I just wanted to put that in your mind. Gee.
Ji, Amina Saiba, you still have your hand raised. You want to ask a question?
Yali Madad.
Yani Madad.
I was just referring to your earlier reference to talking about to sit in Bandagi, not to think of it as a burden. I was remembering Sultan Muhammad Shah's Farman. It said, Amo tamone amara savasma awanu amatron apiye છીએ છતાંય તમે સુસ્ત બની નિંદ્રાને વાસ થાવ છો. For me, that is Mullah is inviting us into his spirit, into his light. So that has stuck with me for years and years. The other question I had was to do with, you said to choose any Isme Azam from the Quran. My sister lives in Germany and has been there for a long, long time. And at one point she said, oh, I'm not sure I am doing the right Isme Azam. And we had been together when we first went for our ball. So I did not give it to her, but I sent her the 99 pages of the names of Allah. And I said, when you look at this, you will find, was that all right, or was I making a mistake, a sin? Thank you.
I would have done the exactly same. Matter of fact, send her the audio of those 99 names, because she may not recognize the word, because Imam may not have wrote it down for her, but she would have remember Imam talking about it. She would have heard it. So if you would send her the audio of the Isme Azam, she can listen to it and stop when she hear the word which she will recall from that audio.
Thank you. She has been blessed. Thank you for Mola's
Shukran,
mercy to go for Mola's Didar to London a few times now and got the new ball. Shukr
Oh,
Alhamdulillah.
then she don't have to worry about it. Okay.
Yeah, this was a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shukran.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Yes, in our practice of this ilm, we have helped many Jamati members who had forgotten Isme Azam. And this is how we do it. We
The
give them the audio and then we give them the 99 written name. And we say, when you're listening to the audio, put your finger on the names on the paper. And when you come to that name, which you remember, not in front of us, on your own, come to that word and circle it, highlight it. Keep listening. Maybe there are some familiar words. Then you can say, okay, it was this, and keep listening. And you may have come to the other one and said, no, this was the most definite one. That's how you find your Isme Azam. It's not that hard anymore. Gee,
Thank you. It will be very good advice for all the young people and for some
yes,
of the elderly ones too. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yes.
Thank
Do
you.
you also have the audio for it? For the
Kamra
names?
Sahib can help you. Sure.
Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful. Shukr Alhamdulillah for Mola's Farman, but also for you,
Shukar Mola. Shukar Mola.
emphasizing the strength and the blessings in the Farman.
Ameen,
Shukr.
Ameen,
Thank you. Bless you.
Ameen, Ameen. Shukar Alhamdulillah.
All right. Yes, Parveen Saiba, please go ahead with your question.
Yeah. For that, Shukr Alhamdulillah, we have, session, right? Me to learn if I could, and I don't know, or there it certain type of zikr, like zikre kafi, and I didn't catch the other word, zikre
Zikre
something
Jali.
heart,
Zikre Jali.
jali.
Jali means loud. Ji.
Yali
Type
Madad.
of zikr, or there is more.
Now, Zikre Jali means loud zikr. Do you understand, Parin?
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Yes, it
याली
loudly.
मदद अल अल अकरम का मतलब क्या होता है?
बहुत ज्यादा मेहरबान. बहुत ज्यादा मेहरबान.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, so we have another question in the chat. Those who are doing bandagi and has not been successful, does that mean they will be blessed with his nur at the end of their life? As Mala Hazimam is saying, you will always be blessed once in your lifetime.
Gee, that's a good question. If you are doing ibadat, meaning you are fulfilling your promise, your duty, then you will find Imam, Rahman, Rahim, Kareem, and Al Akram. He will bless you with his Nurani Didar. See, that is correct understanding now. G.
So friends asking, so what is difference between bowl and naqsh?
There is no different. The Naksh is a written bowl, and the bowl is a verbal Naksh. G.
Right, so don't have any question in the chat. Friends, you can unmute your device if you want to ask any question.
All right. If there is no question, we can stop here. Inshallah.
Ji sir, I think some friends requested for the audio of the Isme Azam, which I will share in the WhatsApp group shortly.
Okay. Thank you everyone. Yali madad, yali madad,
مدد مولاي
yali
مدد
madad,
يالي مدد
yali madad,
Ali Madad.
yali madad,
Thank you so
يالي
much.
مدد
yali
Thank
madad.
God
you.
Thank
bless
you,
you.
thank you.
مدد
Yali madad, yali madad,
شكرا
يالي مدد
Yali
yali
Madad,
madad,
sir.
yali madad, yali madad,
Thank you
Yali
يالي
Madad,
مدد
and thank you
bless
so
yali
much. Mola
madad.
bless you.
Amin, amin, yali madad.
Good month, sir.